All right, let's get right to it. I'm Kenny Keller, creator of Helicopter Online Ground School, and we're going to show you what's inside Helicopter Online Ground School and why you should sign up and why you should use us. Number one is a 24-hour test flight on our monthly memberships. That means you can go in and check it out for 24 hours, be billed nothing. And then on top of that, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So the burden is on us to provide you the value. There's no reason to sign up. And we have phenomenal discounts right now, and I'm going to show you that. So we have private pilot. If that's all you're going to get, that's all you want to do, great. If you're going on to be a commercial pilot, you want to become an instructor, then we have advanced pilot monthly membership. So that you get private, instrument, commercial, certified flight instructor all together in the advanced pilot. So either you're doing private pilot and that's all you ever really want to do, and then you can always switch to the advanced. They're the same price, same discount. We just did this for ease, to make it easy for you to sign up. And again, you got 24 hours to check it out before you're billed. You can unsubscribe and we part as friends, no big deal. You're welcome back anytime. And if you stay the 24 hours, you get billed, you got 30-day money-back guarantee. What more can you ask for? So we're going to go inside and take a look at these different things, but I'm going to show you. We have student progress tracking. We can see how you're doing. You can see how you're doing. It's awesome. You can uncheck videos if you have watched them. I'm going to show you that inside. You can resume course on any device. There's a resume course button inside. So if you switch from your iPad to your desktop, you just click resume course and you just go right back to consuming the information. It's a beautiful thing. So along with the private or the advanced, you also get Robinson R22 specific course, which is great to help you learn information aircraft specific. We have a Robinson R44 specific course, again, to help you learn specific information on those aircraft. We have an Enstrom specific course, again, a whole ton of content in there. For the price, it's cheap, I'm telling you. Radio communications course is included, and we have FAA written test practice for private, commercial, CFI, and instrument. We have that set up. We've updated those courses. You can take those as many times as you need. You don't need to go anywhere else. We have it handled for you. And you can also use these courses for FAA Wings credit. Okay, so when people say, well, is it FAA approved? Yes, it is. You can just do the written test practice and just practice for your score, and that's it. Or you can actually take the same test that's available for FAA Wings credit. So yes, the FAA does recognize our training. Now on these monthly memberships, you can cancel anytime. You can come back anytime. Do you see the beauty? We have people do that. They come in, they work a little bit, they take a break, and they come back. It happens. People do it all the time. And we know now your progress is saved inside HOGS. You want to do your private in 2 or 3 months, but let's say it takes a year. You can leave, you can come back as many times as needed. You run out of money, work gets tough, family life gets tough. You can always come back. So let's go have a look inside HOGS. I'm going to show you a lot of these cool features, why HOGS is freaking awesome. 10 years we have in this, and we are so super proud of it. You've seen the HOGS wall, you've seen the testimonials. Let's look deep inside and really look at what we offer. All right, let's take a quick tour around the site. About Us page. This is who we are. Shows most of us on there. We need some updates to this. There's me, Kenny Keller. There's Brian Rutledge, your operations manager, and Heather Height, your member concierge. She handles everything for you. She has a phone line. She has email. She takes care of you. When you sign up, you'll get an email from her, and Heather's going to offer you a 30-minute consultation with our operations manager, Brian Rutledge, and people really love their time with Brian. And there's some of our other instructors at the bottom. We need to do a little update there. And then library is where you're going to see your courses, the courses that you have. And then we also have a flight training up here too. So if you want to check out our flight training page, we're building that up now as the flight training's commencing. So let's take a look at, let's just use private pilot for example, because that's the one that most people go after. You have your instrument course, commercial course, certified flight instructor. We have a HOGS member community. There's your Robinson R22 specific training, Robinson R44 specific training. There's a flight review rescue pilot course we have, helicopter and airport radio communications, Enstrom specific training. So let's go take a look at private pilot, okay? So your first thing you're gonna notice when you get in here is resume course, okay? We had a gentleman emailing us all confused. He didn't know what to do. It's resume course right here. So this works between devices. When you go to switch from one course or you're going to switch from your phone to your desktop or your laptop or your iPad and you're switching around, the resume course will take you back to wherever you left off. This is a wonderful thing. We've been with the same company for 10 years and they're always updating, making improvements to our site. Anybody that's been with us for any amount of time knows what they do for us. It's awesome. So let's just go to lesson 1. Well, first off, let's see. Here's some of the progress tracking, okay? So this is my account. So bad me, if I'm checking you out and you're coming here to fly and I see this and I see this and I see this, I'm gonna be going, hey, you haven't watched the videos yet. If you're coming for the final approach course, we want you to complete all these videos. So at a quick glance, you can see how much of each one of these that you have completed so far. Now, some people don't realize that there's a page 1 and page 2. So there's 18 lessons, okay? So there's 1 through 10. You got to click number 2 to get to the other lessons, okay? So let's just back up. Let's go back to the beginning. The first section, we kept kind of short to hopefully not overwhelm you when you first get started. So let's go take a look. Getting started with the basics, all right? All right, Kenny's done okay. He did all of the videos in this first section, all right? So this will show you how much of the video is completed, all or nothing. It will tell you, you'll know. So each section now in Private Pilot has a quiz, which these are kind of nice. Our operations manager, Brian Rutledge, went in and built a quiz for all 18 lessons. I think they're all 18. Might be short of one on maybe one lesson, but it's just a quick way to test yourself. You don't have to use it, but for many years people asked for quizzes. So operations manager Brian Rutledge built those questions for you. So Heather is upstairs right now counting how many videos are in this course. So I'll hopefully know that here before we're done live today. So let's just start. Let's go to first video. You go through the video, and if everything is working correctly, when it gets to the end, it's going to go to the next video. So let's watch and see what happens. Here's where you can mark complete, or you can mark it to uncomplete it. Aha, look. You must be good with the far aim. We'll begin in 16 seconds. Play now or cancel. All right, so there you go. The gentleman that was emailing was having so much trouble, and it's like, all you got to do is go right through here. You can just go through the list. Lesson 1, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. So either you can advance on yourself, or look, boom, it just advanced automatically. So boom, you go on to the next video. This is how we want you to work through the course. Step by step, video per video. And Heather just walked down here. 161 videos? Mm-hmm. Holy cow. I had her look because I couldn't remember. There's 161 videos inside the Private Pilot course. So right now with the discount on Private Pilot monthly is like $58.20. Do you get what I'm saying when you look at the value here? It's unbelievable. So 161 videos in the Private Pilot course alone. So we're not going to look at all those because that would just be silly. So you said what, 23 hours, Heather?
Yes, over 23 hours.
Over 23 hours in Private Pilot alone. All right, that's not including your R22, your R44, your Enstrom section, not including the radio course, quizzes and everything else, okay? So that's how you use HOGS. Do you see the beauty again? Now look, so mark as complete. So you could go through these if you wanted to, and let's say you wanted to go, you can pick and choose how you want to go through this. If you want to go back and say, I want to unmark that as complete, let me refresh the page and see if it shows over here. Still shows the video has been completed, but now it'll be set so you mark it as completed. So you can always use that. But the best thing to do is just work through every video step by step. The people who have done the best tell us they've went through every single video at least once, if not multiple times. Yeah, are you a poser, or do you want to be a helicopter pilot? Do you want to learn, or don't you? That's how you do it. You consume the information. We're going to save you a lot of headache and heartache versus trying to do all this on your own, trying to schedule every hour, driving to your flight school, get on the schedule with other people, get in the car, driving, making a schedule. Do you get you can sit at home in your pajamas and watch these videos? Do you get the beauty? So you also have next category here. So you finish with category 1, you go to category 2. Here's the updates we've done to the aerodynamic videos. Dave Redmond, people love him. In these videos, you couldn't really see the whiteboard. See, look at that. The whiteboard you couldn't see very well, but people love the teaching. So we went in surgically and had an artist draw off Dave's drawing, and people love this now too. So we didn't lose Dave Redmond. We kept him in the mix. People absolutely love these videos, okay? So 18 lessons. Let's go look at the practice test. I guess I go back to categories. Click on categories. And I'm going to go second page, and I'm going to go to private pilot written test preparation. And there's a lot of confusion on this. You have two, okay? So private pilot FAA wings accreditation exam, and then the same test, not for wings. If you don't really have, if you don't care for wings, you're not going to use wings, you don't care, you don't need that. You don't need this one, okay? You can just take this one. We've just updated all these courses, okay? We paid one of our HOGS super fans. He said, hey, Kenny, I'd like some part-time work. I've been taking all these written tests. How about if I go in and update them for you? And I said, perfect. So he went in and updated these courses. We've got about a 5-minute video here explaining to you how to sign up. You have to go to, well, depending on whether you're using the wings or not. If you're not, it's going to be even less of a hassle. So you go down here and you'll create your own login, and we pay for this, and we don't charge you anything. You can take it 20 frickin' times if you want to. And the beauty is, after you take this written test, I have another video I could put in here, but just trust me. I've done this in video and showed everybody. You can go in, you can score your test, take it as many times as you needed. If you score 70%, you can then print out a certificate. And you can print the whole entire test if you want to, showing every correct answer, incorrect answer, what the right answer is. We have a lot of time and money invested in this. And this is so you don't have to go to some other website somewhere or go buy some other product. This is here for you. And again, we pay for these. We have this system set up. They're now updated. You can take the private pilot written test as many times as needed. Now, remember, there is a mobile app for this, okay? We'll send you an email after you get signed in. It'll give you a link to the, it's actually called Kajabi if you go to look at it in the, whatever you call that store. What do you call that store? App store or whatever. But it's a duplicated of this site, okay? So I'm showing you on a desktop right now. You can go to your mobile device, your smartphone, your iPad, and go download that app, and there should be a button up here. There used to be a button up here. We'll have to look for that. There was a button up here. Maybe because I'm in my admin account, it's not showing. But there should be a button here at the top of the page where you can download the app right from the site, or you can just search for Kajabi, K-A-J-A-B-I, and that means to take flight. That's where our mobile app is. Anytime we change something inside this site, it's automatically updated to our mobile app. So our mobile app is a duplicate of our course. So you're welcome to use desktop, laptop, mobile app if you like. Totally your call. And then we have a community that gets you some. We'd like to get more people in there and get more active, but Heather created a post in there and people can recommend their flight schools because people ask us all the time with an email, hey, can you, and flight schools come and go and they change and they shut down and they start up. You, our members, are the best key there for helping each other out on what's available and who's doing well at flight schools and who do you like. We won't allow bashing inside the community, but you can certainly get in there and talk about your flight school. So let's go back to the other presentation and show you all the cool discounts and the stuff ending March 31st because it's pretty badass, let me tell you. Do you see the value here? If you're new to this, you may not get the value. If you've been, let's say you got 50 hours and you've been driving to the flight school and trying to study on your own and paying them $50 to $75 an hour for ground school, you'll get it. If you're new to this, it may not be quite apparent to you yet. But we've been here 10 years. You've seen the HOGS Wall of Fame. It's all real. Okay, so we've taken a look inside HOGS. This is our 10-year special ending March 31st. We have to give great discounts. So right now, 40% off any monthly with the code HOGS40. That is so cheap. Let me see. That's normally $97. That's $58.20. 1 hour of flight school or grounded at flight school is going to cost you that. Private or advanced right now, $58.20. As long as you keep the course, you can use the code HOGS40, or you can go below this video and sign up right now. No code needed. Then we got a private pilot special for 12 months. If you paid full price, it's $1,164. We have a special we run by 6 months, get 12 months access. That's $582. Right now, it's $349.20. It's cheap. This is a great deal for the amount of training that you're getting. It's insane. Then we have a professional pilot membership, 24 months. That's normally $997. That right now is $598.20. That's 2 years of private commercial instrument CFI. That is a ton of freaking training. It's $9,600 worth of training if you go buy every single hour for private commercial CFI instrument and you pay for all the flight school. It's $9,600 easy. Then we have a professional pilot lifetime. Normally $1,800. Right now, with the 40%, it's $1,080. You can go below, no code needed, or if you just wind up at helicopterground.com, HOGS40. It's $1,080. That is a great deal. You keep the private commercial CFI instrument, it never expires. You've got it for as long as it takes. Took me 4 years to get my ratings. I would have killed to have this much training when I was doing this 20 years ago. There was no helicopter online ground school. I hands down I'd have paid $1,080 for that. It's insane. Then we have a professional pilot, lifetime membership, private commercial CFI instrument with 6 Zoom sessions, one-on-one with you to steer you in the right direction. This is normally $2,800, and we've sold a bunch of them at $2,800, and people are happy. It's worth every single penny to get our expert help one-on-one with whatever you need. Right now, $1,680. That's lifetime membership, 6 Zoom sessions one-on-one. It's a phenomenal deal. It is, I'm telling you. It's $9,600 worth of training for $1,680. So right now, 10-year special ending March 31st at midnight. We extended the sale this month. We've had a lot going on, getting helicopters ready to go and fly in and taking over the hangar here. The HOGS headquarters is going to remain the HOGS headquarters. But these specials end March 31st at midnight. The links are below this video. You can go down below without the code and sign up right now. And you should do it now. All courses have the 30-day money-back guarantee. The 24-hour test flight is on the monthly subscriptions, but you still get the 30-day money-back, no-hassle guarantee. We stand behind that 100%. And we'd like to say, operator is standing by, which is Heather. Call Heather right now at 574-767-1797, and she's also in chat and been chatting with you while we were presenting this today. So then we have this something really cool called the Final Approach course. And I'm not even going to show you everything, but there's a whole bunch of stuff. This is for the person who just wants to get done. You get the HOGS experience. What is that? It's our time in the industry. It's our whole panel of instructors, all inside ground school. It's us working with you one-on-one, 6 Zooms before you get here to fly. That's the HOGS experience. We do stuff that other people can't. That's just the deal. 10 hours of dual flight time in the H269 helicopter. All the required ground instruction. Again, you get HOGS lifetime access. You get 6 Zooms one-on-one. Before you ever get here, we can go through your log books. We can look at everything. We're going to make sure you have the ground because I'm not sending you to the examiner on Friday if you're not ready. You're going to be darn good and ready before you even get here with the Zooms and your lifetime access. I've got the examiner fee. I'm paying that for you, and I'm paying the retest fee if you fell. That's on me. So you're going to fly with Captain Kenny Keller, that's me, and our HOGS instructor. This is a Monday through Friday deal. No other students will be scheduled during that time. So do you get the beauty? The helicopter's scheduled for you. Examiner's scheduled for you. Aircraft's for you. Instructors are for you. Nobody else is going to be here taking up your time. It's a Monday through Friday, ram jam, get ready to go and show up, and we're going to get you your rating. Only one FAC H269 student per month. So this is limited. We are not going to break the 1 per month because that will blow our cadence of working around maintenance, working with the examiners. I have 2 examiners ready. They like the course, they think it's a great idea, and they love what we're doing. So you get lifetime access to all HOGS courses. This grant alone is worth $9,600. If you, what else we got? 3 books, including top 10 Checkride tips, helicopter Checkride, and the private pilot study guide. 6 one-on-one Zoom sessions before you ever get here. The sessions are encouraged prior to arriving for flight training. I'm going to say that's mandatory. Let's just get those 6 done, and you're going to be in good shape with HOGS and our 6 one-on-one sessions with our guidance. We're going to have your ground freaking nailed before you even get here. It's going to be awesome. So for professional mind students, Kenny will promote you on the HOGS YouTube channel and email list. Of course I will. Why wouldn't I? You're going to be here, and you're going to be the star of the show, and you're going to be on camera. Doesn't help for the, or that helps for the old, helps for the resume. Our HOGS Courtesy Car is provided. The one I was driving 10 years ago when I was flat broke, that's here for you to drive. We're going to pick you up at the South Bend Regional Airport. We'll take you back after it's done. We're going to set you up with a check ride with one of our 2 examiners we have available that I've been working with for many years, and I know them on a first-hand basis, and I've done tons of check rides with them. I even trained one of them, believe it or not. Hotel, Sunday night through Friday night. It's brand new Fairfield by Marriot. It's across the street. It's a brand new hotel. We're going to set you up in there. So it's an all-inclusive experience. You're going to get here, and we are going to set you up, and we are going to get you done. HOGS t-shirt and hoodie. This value, if you put it all together, it's a true $17,995 value. With everything you're getting, and the HOGS access, and the hotel, and all the stuff, and our price for that's $10,500. I'm going to do $94.50, $1,050 off between now and March 31st. So if you've been wanting to jump on it, you need to jump on it now because this is going away. That's a freaking deal, I'm telling you. We're not making tons of money on this. We're covering our expenses. The power of the Zoom sessions, I've proved it. I've been working with members one-on-one. People love them. They love what they've done with our operations manager, Brian Rutledge. And we're tuning in a new instructor, and he's going to be just as good because we're going to watch over him and make sure he's going to give you Zoom sessions that are super, super powerful. And I'm going to oversee every bit of this to make sure you have the absolute best experience that you could get. In the end, you go on the HOGS Wall of Fame and you get the HOGS no-go button. You know, people now, they say, hey, man, I'm going to get in that HOGS Wall of Fame. It's going to happen. So 1 spot left for spring 2022 on the FAC. If you want to get it, you better jump on it now because there's only 1 left for spring. That's it. Then we're moving into the summer schedule. So if you're wanting to get on it and you want to finish your reading and you want to get it done, now's the time. We've had a lot of interest in R44. We've actually sold one of those, and that's supposed to be arriving in April at some point. So I'm not going to push real hard on that right now because they say it's coming. Deposit's made, but until I can show it off in a video and go, hey, look at the R44, it's available. But if you want to talk about that, I'll schedule one, and we'll throw a discount on that too. So how do you qualify for the FAC? We're going to do a Zoom session, either me or Brian or our new CFI, Jabby. One of us is going to get on and qualify you to make sure this is something that's going to be a good fit because we don't want to waste your time or our time. We're going to get on the phone and we're going to talk about this. And this is not something that's this ain't for the weak. This is for somebody who really wants to frickin' do it. And they're just tired of jacking around like Jamie, where Jamie had 200 hours and 8 instructors and he still wasn't finished. And we finished him up. It's a wonderful story. I've been beating that story to death for 3 months. We do it. We can do it. We did it, and we will do it again. So text or call Heather, 574-767-1797. But wait, there's more. We got a 3-day mini named by Heather where you just want to come and get the experience. 9 hours of flight time, 3 days of flying, no other students. Go around with Kenny and the HOGS instructor, hoodie and a t-shirt and 2 books. And I believe we've got hotel now included in that one too. And hotel, HOGS Courtesy Car will pick you up. The price on that's $51.95, but now only through March 31st, I have one of those left. I've sold 2. I've got one more left at $46.95. If you're interested, call Heather now. All right, Heather and I are both back here behind the camera. I'm going to walk over there in a second. Thank you, Kevin. We are interested in turning out awesome pilots. That's what we've been doing for 10 years, and I really, really appreciate that, Kevin. Thank you very much. Let's see, just before I walk over to the Camry, how many hours of rough flight per day? Well, it depends on which one you're doing. If you're doing the FAC, about 2 hours a day. 2, 4, 6, 8 hours of getting ready, and then a couple hours your check ride day. If you're doing the 3-day, then that's 3 hours a day for flight time. Hilo Hawk, we'll talk to you here in just a second. We also have the info for you to fly in Central Indiana with Jason and Venture. That is Nick that's in the chat. Nick is the CFI that's working at Venture Helicopters and also up here at HOGS. What else do I want to answer, Heather?
Rob asked about helicopter leasing.
Oh yeah, and then what else did we want to talk about? Go down. Yeah, for right now, go down below this video, and there's a link for Nick, the CFI that we just mentioned. Eventually, we're going to take that link away, and there's just going to be Heather's phone number in there. As we're getting Nick up to speed, we've got some Zoom spots. He has a Zoom schedule. It's called Calendly. You can go to that link down below the video. And right now, I'm offering this free to anyone, a 15-minute consultation about flying. Okay? So these aren't just ground school questions. You can talk to Heather about any of the ground school memberships. If you have a specific helicopter flight training question or interested in talking with us about coming here to fly, you can go down below and use that link to schedule a time with Nick. And again, as we get him busier, that will go away and just go back to Heather's phone number. So that's something I'm offering right now free to anyone. You can use that link to talk to Nick. He's got it scheduled in there when you can schedule a 15-minute Zoom link so he can see it face-to-face, one-on-one. That's like how we like to do things, because if we start asking you questions, we like to see your face and can tell if you're just bullshitting your way through the answer or whether you really know what you're talking about. Question about leasing. I'm not sure what you're talking about unless you're talking about starting a flight school. For 10 years in videos, I've said you're better off renting. If you're wanting to fly a helicopter, rent it. If you want to take lessons, rent it. Rent it. Now, if you got money to burn, buy one. A lease, I think a lease could work good for some people. I looked at one about a year ago. I was thinking about leasing an R22. And what I looked at for me and the purposes of what I wanted, I thought a lease was fine. So I think it really depends on the individual and your money situation, what you were going to do. For what I wanted to do, I found a lease that fit my needs. But we went a different direction with HOGS at that time, and I didn't go for that lease. So I think a lease can be appropriate for some people, but you've got to look at what you want to do, what are you going to spend, how much are you going to fly it, and then everybody does their leases differently. So, you know, I had a soft lease. Well, I had an Enstrom I used for 5 or 6 years every winter, but it was one of my first students of all time and my close personal friend, and that was basically when I flew it, I paid him. He didn't require an hour requirement. It was a very easy agreement. I've seen agreements where they're like, oh, well, we want this many hours per month. So in a lease, again, it depends on what you're going to do with that aircraft. Are you going to fly it just to play? Are you going to run a flight school with it? You got to look at the numbers, and the leases vary. People set leases up in all kinds of different ways. So I think a lease can be appropriate for your situation, but again, I can't speak on your situation because I don't know exactly what it is. But most generally, I say just go pay and rent a helicopter, use it when you need it. Helicopter ownership sucks. They're horribly expensive. They break all the time. They're horrible to insure. They're horrible. They're just expensive. And if you have to ask how much, you can't afford it. And if you're going to buy one and complain about what they cost, then you shouldn't buy it. I ran one for 4 years and it bankrupted me. I know, firsthand. They're hands down just expensive machines. A lease will save you some expense. However, again, it depends on how the lease is written. Some leases, you're responsible for the maintenance. Some you're not. I don't recommend ownership unless you got money to burn. If you got money just to burn, throw it out the window, go buy one. Otherwise, I'm telling you, I would just rent. So that link is down there to talk to Nick, our CFI, limited time. You can schedule a Zoom with him. As soon as he gets too busy, we're going to take that out and just insert Heather's phone number. Any other questions popping up there, Heather, that we need to go?
No.
I got a grill outside with some hot charcoal, and I got 2 burgers over there waiting to go on that grill. So what else did I want to talk about? March 31st.
3 days left.
We got 3 days left on the sale. the deals we have right now are even better than the ones we had at Halloween. Halloween was a really, really good sale. We had a great sale at the end of the year. The prices we have right now beat any of them, and we won't have that good of a sale again this year in 2022. March is our 10-year anniversary. We're proud to be here 10 years, and we give this big, huge discount in March. Usually we run it from the 1st to the 15th. This year we extended it because our month started off kind of awkward, and we've had a lot going on with these helicopters here. And what's that? Sicknesses. Heather and I both had the flu this month in the last 2 weeks. We've been sick. I've been taking a lot of time to rest and catch up, even though I'm over it mostly. I still need, man, it's kicked me in the rear and she was sick as hell too. So there's been a lot of sickness. I'm in the final stages of taking on this hangar as the new owner so that HOGS can continue with our home, and it's been a lot of stress getting that done. So March, we extended the sale. We had a big deal March 1st and gave away 2 iPads, and we had a bunch of technical issues, had a big presentation already. So we're gonna do something again. I'll do something tomorrow. We'll do some giveaways, and then we're gonna do something again the last day of the sale, because I wanna run some of the content we had prepared for you, just highlighting the HOGS wall, and we were out doing some fun stuff, and one of the helicopters inspired me many years ago, landed that day, and we filmed the helicopter landing out here. It was a Dolphin. That was cool. So the last day of the sale, we'll do a countdown as well, and maybe do some more giveaways and try to generate some sales, because we count on this month to be our good month, and that's why we give away really, 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 really good deals. The savings we showed you in the video are really awesome. So anything else pop up over there in chat? What else did I not think about covering?
Just said thanks for the insight.
Helo Hawk, call Heather. I know you're going to know when you're done. She can give you the info to fly with Nick down in central Indiana, because I believe last week you made a comment in there about how to get a hold of those guys. It's Venture Helicopters, ventureheli.com. Heather can give you more info on that. So I guess I'm going to go put my burgers on the grill. We'll be here this afternoon. Text or call Heather. She's on the phone line, 574-767-1797. And we'll make some deals today. You want to get a flight training package, you want to get a rating, you want to just finish up a rating because you've been screwing around with it for a long time, we can do it. We can make it happen. These FACs are limited, and the 3 days minis are limited. The discount I put on them today, I wasn't planning on discounting them at all, because honestly, those are good deals, and I'm paying for, you know, depending on the package, hotels, check rides, and different things. So there's not a big profit margin in there, but I did do a discount for the flight training between now and the 31st, which I think that's Thursday night. So if you want to grab one of those, the FAC, or that 3 day, then we've got 30 days to private pilot. Let's talk about that. We also created 30 days to private pilot. I could throw a discount on that one too. And that one, that's 30 days to private pilot. That's for somebody who wants to do the ground before they get here, get their knowledge up to speed, and come in for 30 days and hit it hard. And we have a link built for that. We have that package built. That's no hotel, but we do pick you up when you get here and take you back to the airport, and you get the courtesy car, and you just have to get your own hotel, your own Airbnb. But it's 30 days to private pilot, including the check ride. And it's a ram jam for 30 days. There's nobody on the schedule but you. And the second helicopter is a backup. The owner of the 2 H269s has told us, if you do a 30-day, if I have to cancel my schedule down here as a backup, we will, to make sure if you come for an FAC or you come for a 30 days to private pilot, if there's some kind of an aircraft problem, we'll have a backup aircraft. The maintenance is done here, and we have a parts supply back here and have the majority of what we might need for a repair, a lot of stuff we have. So the 30-day to private pilot is an intent, somebody who wants to do it, and we based this on Johan. Okay, our FAC, I talked about in the video, we based that on Jamie. He literally owned his own orange R44 helicopter. 2 years he owned it. He had 8 different instructors. And he had 200 hours in helicopters, and he wasn't a private pilot. And he came here and we finished him. That's what inspired our final approach course. Johan is the young man who we have a video at 7 or 8 years old. We talk about Johan a lot. Johan used HOGS driving up down the field all day long in a tractor. He had 10 months to prepare to come to the U.S. and do a private pilot rating. He shows up at his flight school, walks in, they start doing ground school with him, and figure out the first day his ground is done. Within a couple days, they had his written test done and over with, and all they did was fly. And I have a video from the instructor that I've showed a bunch of times in the past. That's real, that was unsolicited. That instructor sent me that video because they were so impressed with Johan, because he learned the knowledge before showing up in the U.S. And he said, Kenny, we had his private pilot done in 3 weeks. From the day he walked in the door to the day he walked out a private pilot, they did it in 3 weeks. It was because Johan used HOGS, and he went over and over and over and over the videos. So when he showed up in the U.S. at his flight school in Florida, the first instructor's told the next instructor, hey, his ground's done. And this instructor that made the video for me said, I thought, horse shit. There ain't no way this guy's ground's done. It's his first day here. And he goes, I checked him out, Kenny, and he was right. And I said, Johan, what did you do? And he goes, oh, I used that helicopter online ground school. I just kept watching the videos and watched them all repeatedly over and over and over again. So it's proof in the pudding that it can be done. So we have a 30-day to private pilot. It ain't going to be easy, but the benefit is you get lifetime membership to HOGS with a bunch of other goodies and the 6 Zooms, and you can start studying at home, wherever home is for you. And we can only do U.S. students, by the way. We can't take anybody out of the U.S. because we're only Part 61. So you have to be a U.S. citizen, and you got to be willing to go through HOGS. And because of progress tracking, we're going to want to see you do 100% of the full HOGS course, minimum one time. And we're going to do 6 Zooms with you, one-on-one, to prepare you, ask you questions, teach you what we need to teach you, and get your ground as far as possible. So the day you walk in the door, we already know who you are. We have all your documents ready to go. You've given us your ID and all the things you have to provide for us before we start flying with you, as far as the TSA requirements. And the day you walk in the door, we start flying the helicopter. And 30 days later or less, you'll be going home with a private pilot certificate. We can talk to you about that. Again, we want to make sure we talk to you one-on-one before we actually pull the trigger, because we want to make sure you're the right fit. We're the right fit for you, and you're the right fit for us, because it is an investment. But I will even give a discount on that one, because we want to get one more signed up. We've got one young man on the hook I've talked about in the past. He's scrounging up his money together right now. I'm willing to take one more, and that's all we're going to do for spring and summer 2022, because to have the 2 helicopters flying at both locations, work with examiners, keep the aircraft flying with day-to-day customers, we're not going to overbook these. We're going to keep it limited because we want the experience to work. We want to be able to cover everything when you get here, the examiner, maintenance. We're working all this stuff ahead of time and with proper planning, so we can't take too many of them. All right, anything else pop up over there? Nothing. All right. Call or text Heather at 574-767-1797 with any questions about membership. There's a link down below. Talk to Nick about flight training. And you got 2 days. 2 days. And my hair's getting crazy. My daughter cuts my hair and she said, let's grow your hair, Dad. I'm like, what do I do between now and it gets long? She goes, I don't know. You have to start wearing a hat or something. Or else you just let it grow and get really freaky, which I've done that before. It's getting freaky. Okay, I'm gonna go pick some burgers. Peace out.